attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Come on, Ben. This is it. Ben,
Yep, sorry, I had my microphone on mute. That was a mistake I shouldn't have made.
this is the parade lap of the World Final.
Yeah? Of course. Just waiting for the last two cars to join us. So everyone just coming out the pit gate now then, and they will form upon the grid in this next event. Pretty hard to see the field forming for the moment. We'll get there in the end. Okay, the rolling up about to begin then for the bangers in the All-Comers race, number 2 of the evening, I believe. So here we go then, rolling start begins. Here we go. So Ryan Salter and Finn Wells lead them off. 4-3 for Adam Coffin, 55 Brad Thomas on row 2. Jesse Storm back out again. He's not been out since the last chance races earlier on. Okay there, green flag goes down. Let's go crashing with bangers once again. So, pace car just about gets out of the way, and away they go. Not quite as close to what the F1s get to it. So down towards Tom, the bumper's going already, and got a few cars in the fence on the first bend as Ryan Salter got the brunt of that one in 8.63, managed to bounce out the fencing and keep it on the straight. And now got a rollover almost there as 434 Cochrane goes into good effect. It's still going to be 8.63 your race lead on the first lap. Jesse Storm 68 lunges in there, puts the bumper in, and doesn't quite dislodge it. Andrew James 188 gets picked up and turned aside on turn 2 there, so that's our last chance qualifying number 2 winner going for a spin. Got Carnage on turn 4 and the lead of anything getting caught out there, but it's allowed Brad Thomas now to go through number 55. Has been showing some relatively good pace tonight, although maybe not having the look on the side. As Alfie Syme is currently scrapping with 628 Jesse Storm. That's a third place on track in this one. 434 Cochrane's and another spin by the looks of it in his Granada. So 55 is still, I think, goes back. He's got a 2.5 second-ish advantage to Ryan Salter in second place. That's the gap at the moment. Alfie Syme still third. Jesse Storm is fourth. I think Finn Wells is fifth in 177. Someone pulling off to the infield there. Not sure who that was. So 156 Austin Newell has got Andrew James in his rearview mirror here, trying to find a way past. Looks like Jacko has had problems in 478 down there. His car has had some problems. As 156 Newell gets picked up, and a big jack up on the far side there. 22 gets it big style. Didn't see who did the attacking on that one, but I'm sure more will be unveiled as time goes on. Question. I'm not sure we're going to see when it comes round, but I think they've moved off now. But Salter and Wells scrapping at the moment for fourth place here. These two are scrapping closely as Finn Wells getting delayed by a back marker briefly there. There's 8.63 of Salter keeps second. There's more carnage on the back straight there. It looks like 99 has got stuck into the back of 188 Andrew James on the far side there. Austin Newell also taking a piece of that as well. As the 312 Moti gets collected heavily by a pack of 3 cars going off turn 4, and Austin Newell gets the brunt of Jesse Storm's front bumper. And that's going to see 188 Andrew James get pushed around the plating on the outside. Side by side between Jesse Storm on the back marking Andrew James. I think Jesse Storm 6th place on track and chasing after 363, chasing after well, it was briefly 363, but that's changed hands now, and they get wrapped around the plating. A big opposite attack there as 177 gets it straight in the passenger doors. And 55 Brad Thomas is your lead. He's got the lap down. 927 Lewis Kingley gets done there over the who gets done over the front wheel. 217 Louis Tilson's hit problems on turn 4. The leader has been stopped. That was courtesy, I think, of Modi number 312, who's been very destructive tonight in all his races. As 217 Lewis Kingwell puts the bumper in there. That's taken the leader out. And the leader's in a parked car. That's taken him out. So 13 gets the bumper there from 698 Crawford, who's taken over the front. Meanwhile, who's got caught up with the back marker. 55 Brad Thomas also went back through, but the 312 car was there to stop said act taking place. So Salter's still circulating in 863. Jack Aylward now on the back of it. It's 863 wide and goes down the inside. Stock car style. Thought he's in the stock car, not the banger tonight. So 188 Andrew James lets leading Brad Thomas go through. And has an attack on the back of him there, but he spun himself out. That was, but unfortunately, he jacks up Jesse Storm. Number 68 on the far side there. Lewis Kingwell's come back to life in 97 after he got hit head on earlier on in the race. And Crawford picked him right the way in by Kingwell. Number 9, sorry, not Kingwell, 217, I should say. Tilson, that's the name. There's a 220 tanks still going. By the looks of it, he's got some heavy front end damage after a fair few collisions on the circuit that one. And Kingwell waiting opposite there got plumes of black smoke coming out of Jacko number 478. Alfie Simons met an ending 44 as well. And they're just trying to find the way through the maze of cars at turn 4, as you can see, as Josh Wells gets it on the nose. Wood still there in third, the new world champion. And 869 has to go wide to avoid, 698 has to go wide to avoid a car going opposite, and he's on the back of 146 Aylwood now, going for second, and leads him up the wall, and they nearly take each other out there. And oh, there you go, Kingwell and Tilson working as a team to go opposite there, as 628 Storm gets caught out in that one. 55 Thomas still keeps the lead at the moment though. He has to go wide, and he gets done there. Cherry flag is going out. I think Thomas is still to come to the line. I think he's been killed off on the final bend. Indeed so. So who's going to inherit the lead here then? Ryan Salter inherits the lead on the final lap and will win. All comers number 2. Cherry flag goes up when he goes down. 177, 698, 55 is still registering there. Fourth, but he's going to drop back, I imagine. So that car seems to be well and truly finished off there, as 146 goes through into fourth. And I'm not sure he's going to get fifth. I don't think there's any more cars really still ready to get fifth place. Nobody seems to be wanting to inherit fifth place at this point. I think Brad Thomas may just keep it by default at this point. But no, that's even Ryan Salter finishes off all comers number 2 on the last bend with a race win in 863. So just waiting the confirmation of that result, but I think that'll do it for Limited Bangs all comers number 2. There should be a showdown race over 10 laps to come very shortly.
very well here, you fucking cunt.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Can you hear me now? Just want a fat shag.
Right, here we go. Last race tonight, then the 10-lap showdown race. 3 wide start with a clutch start, we believe. Not so many takers as some of the other races. So this will not be going into DD. This will just be a straight 10-lap race. So just waiting for the all clear, and they're rolling with the bangers. Okay, Moldy, I'll visit them for final time tonight. Here we go. Okay, green flag drops and away go the bangers in today's showdown. Opposite is going to be enforced as normal, and this will be 10 laps as distance. So down the far side, then already a few cars have been taken round on turns 3 and turns 1 and 2. So Moti 312 being the first to get put away. And so unfortunately the action spot there, we go the limo playing its game opposite and gets somebody right on the nose. That was Moti 312 getting limo straight in the nose. Josh Wells has hit problems as well in 111. He's had problems. And a bit more attacking going on there. And we've got Lam McFerrin and Morgan having a good scrap of turn 4. Ryan Salter, our Allcomers number 2 winner, coming through as well. Winning on the last bend, of course, that was a pretty very special win. It looks like I've got the limo trying to play its job of blocking again, which it has been all night long. Particularly the World Final, certainly causing some stirs up in that one. So, there's the limo playing its part again. It's actually been beaten there by Matty number 363, who went in over the rear wheel. As Lewis Kingma causing a track blockage there, and David Dawson pushing the way through in the big roller. 188 Andrew James going in as well in the Mark III Granada. 628 Jesse Storm, I think he's having more fun in games with Stuart Morgan up there as Bonington's still on opposite in the Lincoln Town Car. And Shane Geary on the back of that looks to be Morgan Hill in 303. The lead, I think, is probably with Jack Owen in 146 at this point. Got Carl up almost over the fence down on turn 2, so everything's got piled up there. Got Gypsy Boy in there as well as 303 Morgan Hill spins to the fence and hits it driver's side up. Ryan Morgan waiting opposite, well, looks in 901. So it looks like a fair few cars sort of circulating. Amazingly, the Rover P5 of Paul Hayward has kept going in this one. Some of the older cars tend not to do so well in National Banger meetings anymore, but certainly proving a point of not. As Paget going opposite, tries to get Stuart Morgan on turn 4, can't quite get the 1-2-2 car. Okay, Jack Ayle's gone for a speed in 146. 927 Kingwell involved, and there goes the back straight. Charlie Ayle gets jacked up as well for good measure after he went in on Gypsy Boy on the far side. Nick Antwerp has been fast. Andrew James exploring the speedway track some more, so a bit of shale racing going on there. So there goes more cars piling in there. There was somebody else crossing inside there, a huge piling and pile up on the far side, everyone getting involved there. And there you go, Jack Aylward jacked up heavily as well on turn number 3. Not sure who that was who went in. I think that might have been Bailey Miller, but the checkered flag goes out. J-turn from Josh Beattie on the final bend as well to conclude that one. So the 10 laps are over. Big head on as well there as Bonington 595 goes in. And the whole piling in on turn number 2 now after the flag. So just see what's going to happen today, and then if anything will continue to go on after the flag, so just trying to get the last few cars to come through and across the line. But to be a little bit of a Jackie train getting called somewhere there over at turn 4. It's Elban piling in down there. And in goes another one to join the party. That was 214 hitting 303 over the rear wheel. Got Bailey Miller and Jack Owen at the front of that train as well. Shane Geary goes in 478. Andrew James spins before getting to the pile-up. Ryan Morgan hits the 595 Lincoln Town Car head-on. There's a few cars exploding over the infields now. Tom Knighton goes into the new shape Super as well for good measure on turn 4, and rejoins into the side of 146 Aylward. But just looking at the size of this Lincoln Town Car, just 363 Massey on the nose for good measure, and 214 Connacht. Just waiting for conclusion to the bangers tonight, and I think that does it then. Right, that concludes the World Final for 2020 FCR, and we'll see what happens next season. But that will do it for the night's racing, and with that, goodbye.